So let's talk about how the active leadership system works. Our approach is simple, but quite revolutionary. Learn a little, apply a lot, transform. Most leadership programs fail because they pile on the learning, but it's separate from real-world application. We do the opposite. You'll get your learning in small chunks, so you'll be able to apply what you learn immediately. It's very clear what we're saying. The message is super easy to understand. And you're going to reinforce that by practicing that behavior, that activity, every day, several times a day. And through this process, you're going to cultivate two superpowers that will propel your career forward. The first is self-awareness. Developing an active mindset so you pause, observe, and make a conscious choice. And the second one is a growth mindset, and I really mean a growth mindset. It's about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, about embracing challenges, and about transforming yourself by taking action. You'll realize very quickly that who you are now has brought you this far, but who you become next will take you further. Simple, but not easy. So, what can you expect? Here's the roadmap. It isn't passive learning, it's an active journey. You are an active participant. That's why we call it the Active Manager Program. You'll hear that word a lot because in our world, being active is the key to growth. Now, here's what's in store. First, there's an effectiveness survey. Your first email has got a link to a short online survey, and that's going to help pinpoint where you can shine and where you can grow. Your manager, they'll have that too, and they'll provide insights that will help fuel your development. Next is the monthly course. The first email and every month after, you'll get an email with a link to a course on our learning management system. There you'll get bite-sized, high-impact video lessons, short, sharp, focused, 2, maybe 10 minutes, and short workbook notes that fit into your schedule. They're both interesting and useful, and the key thing is they're always there for you to refer to. Not like workshops that you go to and they're gone forever. You can go back to these over and over and over again. The third dimension, really important and very unusual, is leader coaching. Within, say, 48 hours of getting the email with the links to the course, you want to set up a one-on-one coaching session with your leader coach. Usually your manager, sometimes somebody else. This isn't just about learning. It's about applying what you learn with a person who knows your world and who knows your development path. You're going to have a 15-minute chat about what you got from the course and what you're going to commit to. And your leader coach will help you do that. They might say, yeah, maybe more of this and a little less of that, or, I think you could really take that on, or that's just a great idea, go for it. Well, how can I help? Here's a pro tip. Book a recurring meeting with your leader coach in your calendar and theirs, and make sure they attend it. Hold them to account. Next piece is the collab group sessions. It's a 60-minute session with your colleagues on the program, and it's run by our facilitator. You're going to share your wins, what's challenging you, what you're learning, and the facilitator is a certified active learning partner. They're going to meet you at the Launchpad in a very short while. The collab is your safe space to talk freely about what's really going on for you, what the course is bringing up for you. The next piece, the final piece, is the leader reviews. Your leader coach meets with the facilitator to sync on progress and fine-tune support both ways. This closed loop system is what ensures real transformation. The program isn't about checking a box. It's not just about watching videos. It's about lifting your performance, increasing your impact, boosting your career. Right now, I really want you to write down whatever question you've got about how this is going to work. And it doesn't matter how dumb, because there's no such thing as a dumb question. Replay the video if you need to. Your facilitator is going to go through the system again at the Launchpad, and if it's still clear, well then ask them your question. And your colleagues will probably be grateful because they were wondering the same thing. Now, Let's dive deeper into what makes this program different and better and how to get the most out of it. Here's the secret sauce. Actually, it's not that secret. It's called the 10-20-70 model. It's been around for years. It's just that most providers don't apply it because most training programs are based on teaching lots of content, just like you did or didn't do at school. Adults learn differently, and our program is designed around that. The 10% of learning is what we get from the taught content, and that's the videos, the notes, and the insights, and the micros, and everything else. So the content piece accounts for 10% of what we learn. 20% is through discussion, through mentorship, collaborating with peers, coaching, those kinds of things. Socialization, it's called. But 70% of what is learned by adults is mastery through hands-on practice in the workplace. Our system is all about the 70%. The content is designed to be practiced. The collaboration is designed to review the practice. You don't just consume the content, you live it, you breathe it, you apply it every day. And the best part, this approach is going to create lasting change, permanent and significant change. So here's one way that we make this work. This is called the 80-20 advantage. It's about working smarter, not harder. Because not everything's created equal. The 80-20 principle states that 20% of the effort creates 80% of the value. 20% of what you do creates 80% of your results. And we apply that in the program by selecting the few things that matter most from all the best management books and our own real-life experience. That's the secret sauce. That's why we can keep the content so short and relevant. We have the gift of being able to focus on the few high-impact actions that are going to drive the biggest improvements. Your job, among those few things, identify what truly moves the needle and do more of that. Don't try to do everything, but what you do select, practice to the max. And as you go through this program, you'll learn to prioritize what actually matters in your working day, the 80-20. What's going to unlock your next level is active leadership. Think about how you learnt to drive. At first, you had to concentrate on every move and every limb, right? Now, it's automatic. Leadership's the same. Most managers operate on default settings, but high-impact leaders practice self-awareness. They're observing what's really going on in and around them. Here's your challenge. Break free from autopilot. Great leaders don't just manage, as in get by or react. They make deliberate choices. They get good at being fully present, paying close attention to what's right in front of them, but also what's going on inside their minds, their hearts, their gut. What's really going on? They learn how to pause, observe, and then choose a response. And it might be none of the things that are going on inside them. They learn to put those aside and go, actually, this. And through this program, you will do this too. You will pause, consider, and choose. This mindset shift will transform your leadership game. And every one of the courses that you do in this program will present you with an opportunity to pause, consider, and choose. So what we need from you, schedule it, show up, and step up. Success in this program is not about intelligence, it's actually about consistency. Steve Martin said, any comic can be brilliant one night. To be great every night, that's the trick. Block time on your calendar, attend your coaching and collab sessions without fail, make it a commitment, and do the practice. This is the work. And as you already know in life, nothing good happens without effort. Simple tips. Set aside 30 minutes each month for course content. Make it a priority to meet with your leader coach and make sure they make it a priority. Attend your collab group. Don't give yourself excuses. Build your diary around it. Don't let other things intrude on it. Get to your collab group. Engage, learn, and grow. And finally, practice, 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 practice. Remember, what you don't change, you choose. Let's get to work.